On October 14, 2018, 22-year-old Emily Carter left her apartment in the small town of Millhaven, and she never returned. There were no signs of forced entry, no signs of struggle, no witnesses who clearly saw what happened, and only one strange phone call that investigators still cannot explain. Within days, her disappearance would become one of the most confusing and unsettling missing persons cases the town had ever seen. Emily Carter lived a quiet, structured life. She worked part-time at a bookstore while studying business online. Friends described her as calm, responsible, and routine-driven. She wasn't the kind of person who took risks. She wasn't the kind of person who disappeared. Every day looked almost identical. She would wake up early, stop at the same cafe near her apartment, go to work, and return home before it got dark. She kept her life small, predictable, and safe. But sometimes, even the most predictable lives can change in a single moment. On the night of October 14th, everything seemed normal. Emily had finished her shift and returned to her apartment just after 7 p.m. She spoke briefly with a friend over text, saying she was going to relax for the evening. At 8:43 p.m., her phone rang. The call lasted just 47 seconds. She did not tell anyone who called her. She did not leave a note. But moments after that call ended, something changed. Security footage from her apartment building shows Emily leaving shortly after. She was wearing a dark hoodie, jeans, and carrying her phone in her hand. Witnesses described her as looking slightly rushed, almost like she had been told to leave quickly. She got into her car and drove away from the apartment complex. That was the last confirmed sighting of Emily Carter. For the first few days, police treated her case as a possible voluntary disappearance. They thought she may have left on her own. But that theory quickly began to fall apart. 3 days later, her car was discovered abandoned near a forest access road roughly 20 miles outside of town. The vehicle was still locked. The engine was off. There were no signs of forced entry. Inside the car, investigators found her personal belongings, her bag, her wallet, and a phone charger. Everything was there, except Emily. There were no signs of a struggle, no blood, no fingerprints indicating another person had been inside the vehicle. No obvious clues as to what had happened. Search teams were deployed immediately. They searched the surrounding forest for weeks. Drones scanned the tree line. Volunteers combed through dense brush. Dogs tracked scent trails for miles. But nothing was found. No clothing, no belongings, no trace of Emily Carter. Then, investigators discovered something even more unusual. Emily's phone continued to move for nearly 48 hours after she disappeared. Cell tower data showed the device traveling across multiple locations outside the town. It appeared to be moving along highways and rural roads, far away from where her car had been found. But at the same time, something didn't make sense. Her bank accounts were never touched. Her credit cards were never used. Her social media accounts remained completely inactive. No messages were sent from her phone during that time. It was as if the phone was moving without her. Investigators began to question whether someone else had taken it. But if that were the case, why use the phone at all? And why move it in such a strange pattern across multiple locations? As the investigation continued, theories began to emerge. Some investigators believed Emily may have met someone she already knew that night, someone she trusted enough to leave with voluntarily. Others believed she may have been coerced or forced into leaving her apartment after that final phone call. A smaller group of theories suggested something more deliberate, that someone close to her may have carefully planned her disappearance to avoid leaving evidence. But none of these theories could ever be proven. There were no arrests, no confirmed suspects, and no physical evidence strong enough to move the case forward. Over time, the case began to grow cold. Files were archived, leads stopped coming in, and the town slowly returned to normal life, even as questions remained unanswered. What really happened after that 47-second phone call? Who called Emily Carter that night? And why did her phone continue moving after she disappeared? Today, her case remains officially unsolved. The disappearance of Emily Carter is still open, still active in records, still waiting for answers that may never come.